What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another exciting photo mode submissions episode. And welcome back to News to Astonish, where we discuss comics, movies, games, and more. My name is Ronnie, and tonight we're going to be reviewing some Spider-Man photos that you all submitted from Marvel Spider-Man. Now, this submission is a fun one. I actually was quite picky, as I am with all my photo mode submission videos. I usually am quite picky because something about photo modes needs to really speak to me, and the photos that I pick in these videos, I got to make sure that the photos really do speak to me, and just something about them needs to stick out. So I think it's very important that I carefully pick the photos that I want to talk about in my photo mode submissions. They got to stand out. There's something special that has to be there and present, in these photos. And that's why I picked these photos. Now in this video, there are actually two bonus photos from the same person that submitted, a photo. So all the photos I'm going to go over are not listed in any particular order. So don't worry about it. It's not like the last one at number 10 is like the best, or the first one at number 1 is the worst. But anyways, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click on the bell notifications so you all don't miss anything. I post videos on a daily basis, and I live stream on Sundays between 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern time, so definitely check that out. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get to the first photo. Now, the first one was submitted to me by Shoals on Discord. This is of the Amazing Spider-Man in the rain, caught in mid-swing, at least leaping over a building by shooting a web line to stop his high jump and going over. Now, the reason why this one sticks out is because lighting is really used really well in this shot, especially on the Amazing Spider-Man suit, where that suit actually looks really good at night. And that suit's really shiny, especially on the Amazing Spider-Man suit. If you've ever seen the Amazing Spider-Man movies, the movie is primarily shot mostly at night. A lot of the scenes where Spider-Man's swinging and fighting and everything like that, it's done at night. And I think there's a reason for it. Maybe it just doesn't look as good during the day, but at night it does look really nice and sleek. It kind of has like that wet appearance, which I really like. It's actually really good on the eyes. That's just me. I don't know if it's just me that thinks that this suit looks good at night, but hey, amazing job as always, Shoals. Thank you so much for submitting this photo over on Discord. The next shot was submitted by a Lumpy Jellyfish number 2. This one was submitted to me on Discord as well. This is directly from a cutscene. It's after you were doing a mission and you were talking with Yuri. But again, once again, this is of Spider-Man in the Amazing Spider-Man suit, right there peering over the building corner, and it looks great at night. It was also raining too, and during that night. And the police sirens and all the lights are actually shining right in front of him, so the suit kind of reflects the light really well. And of course, directly above him or behind him, or whatever you want to say, the moon is also reflecting off of his suit, so you can actually see kind of the white around his the back of his head and shoulders, and of course across his forearm, which again makes the suit look even better. So I think it's a great looking suit. Once again, the Amazing Spider-Man suit definitely is the superior suit when it comes to night shots. Thank you once again, Lumpy Jellyfish number 2, for submitting this shot. Now, this one was submitted to me by a FAZOTHADON over on my Instagram, I believe. And this shot is a beautiful shot. This is of Spider-Man in the Iron Spider suit from Avengers Infinity War, just falling in midair with the Oscorp building right behind Spider-Man. And this is a really nice shot because a lot of the cool colors, such as the purples and blues, really stick out, and it contrasts really well with Spider-Man's armor suit, which has the white eye lenses, so it does glow, and it kind of gives it that really nice, pleasing aesthetic to the costume, which I really love. And there's also a bit of a hint of a blue shine or a purple lighting shining on his metallic suit, which again kind of enhances the shot and it makes it pop out even more, which I really love. Thank you so much, FAZOTHADON. If I'm saying your name wrong, I think it's FAZOTHADON, but I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong. Thank you so much once again for submitting this shot. The next one was submitted to me over on Instagram. This was by an Alex Jackson. Now, I think this is an old shot. It's of Miles Morales with his jacket, headphones, and he's just in mid-swinging in the mid-air, and the sun is shining right behind him, and the entire cityscape is actually blurred out. Really good use of aperture work here, Alex. I really like this shot as well. It kind of looks like a poster shot. This can easily be a screensaver or a poster. If anything, I would love to mount this on my wall. So it's a really wonderful shot. Thank you so much for submitting the shot once again, Alex Jackson on Instagram. It's a beautiful shot. Guys, if you have shots to submit, I encourage you to do so over on my Discord and Instagram and Twitter, which you can find the links to in the description box below. Now, the next shot, this one was submitted to me by a Danny Matt number 37, and he submitted a lot of shots before, and I really love the work he's done. Perhaps this is one of my favorites. This is of Miles Morales zipping through a wreath during Christmas, and it's a perfect shot. Good work on the perspective angle. It really looks awesome. A snowy cityscape with Miles Morales Spider-Man in the distance. We get a nice perspective of his web line going through the wreath. It is a beautiful shot. Very, very jolly, very holiday-like. And you know me, total Christmas bitch. I love anything involving Christmas and, you know, Christmas trees and wreaths and everything like that. But this shot in particular is gorgeous. So definitely post this on Twitter, DannyTheMat37. If you haven't gotten a chance already, post it on Instagram, or else I'll post it. But of course, I'll credit you as well as I am doing in this video. So thank you, Danny Matt, once again. This is actually perhaps one of my favorite shots in this photo submission. I love this shot. The next one was submitted to me over on Instagram by Dylan. Now, Dylan's photos have been featured on my photo submission videos before. This shot in particular really pops, and I love it. This is of Miles Morales in his tracksuit fighting the Prowler, and it is gorgeous. This is actually mid Venom shock, so he got the Prowler, like he kind of just did I guess he jumped on him and he just attacked him with his Venom shock. And what's beautiful about it is that a lot of the cool colors with a little bit of warm colors are actually popping right at you. It's almost got like this 3D effect. And there's a lot of purple hues around it. I'm pretty sure he used some of the lighting in the photo editing there when he did photo mode to give it that popping, you know, cool color kind of look. It really contrasts well with the background. So there's like this big purple and bluish hue on the outside, especially towards like the left of the photo, with the warm colors being the electricity, like the orange and the red sparks flying around. It's beautiful. I love this shot. Thank you so much once again, Dylan, for submitting this shot. Gorgeous photo as always. Now the next one, this is actually quite a simple shot. Sometimes a little less is actually a lot. Now this was submitted to me over on Discord, and this is of Scarlet Spider swinging point of view. This was submitted to me by SC-M. Thank you so much for submitting this shot. I actually love it. The reason why I picked this one, because it may not appear as much, but once again, simple and a lot less means a lot more to me. And the reason why I picked it is because of the amount of detail that you can see in Spider-Man's cartridges around his wrist, and of course the detail and the textures in the gloves of the Scarlet Spider suit. Actually, the Scarlet Spider suit is actually one of my favorite suits in Marvel Spider-Man in the game, and it's amazing suit. I really love this shot. So thank you once again, especially with the web line attaching to an actual building. It's not often that you actually get to see those angles in the games like this, but this is once again a wonderful angle and a beautiful shot. Thank you once again, SCM. I really like it. Now, this one is actually one of my favorites. This makes a really easy game cover, or even a poster, or even a comic panel, that is. This is of Spider-Man in his classic suit, Damage, and this was submitted to me by a Crimson WVU, and this is actually one of his bonus shots that I'm talking about. There's also another bonus shot at the very end of this video, but I want to talk about this one. Now, the reason why I like this one is because when you look at this photo, you know that saying that a photo is worth 1,000 words? Well, actually, when you look at it, I think that Spider-Man has been through a hard days of fighting crime, and he's just about had it, and he's just about to let loose, and he's just become really rageful and bitter, you know, quoting Spider-Man from Spider-Man No Way Home, of course, Andrew Garfield specifically. This one looks like he's just about had it. He's about to really tear some shit up and just mess everybody up, and I love it. I mean, you can actually put any kind of story to this, but for me, when I look at this shot, it kind of looks like Peter's already had it. It's been a long day for him, and it's already nighttime, and he just wants to go home and relax and not be Spider-Man for the rest of the night. But I really, really love it because it looks like Peter has gone through a lot of struggles just to, like, you know, fight, you know, crime throughout the rest of the night. So it's a beautiful shot. Definitely makes a great screensaver poster or even a comic panel or comic cover, and that is, and just bam, slap the Amazing Spider-Man on there with Marvel in the corner, you know, and you got yourself a beautiful comic cover. Thank you so much, Crimson WVU, for submitting the shot. And I picked this as a bonus because it was kind of hard for me to pick the photos that I wanted in photo mode submission number 7. And I'm like, you know what, screw it, I'm gonna put it in as a bonus. So thank you so much once again, Crimson WVU. I appreciate your photo skills. And now the next one, this one was submitted to me by Joshua over on Instagram. This is of Spider-Man in his Far From Home suit, or the advanced tech suit, as you want to call it, from the MCU. The reason why I picked this one is because it's very trippy and it's very reminiscent of Spider-Man from Spider-Man No Way Home when he's encountered and fighting Doctor Strange. in the mirror dimension. And I actually don't know how he did this one, honestly. I know he's in Times Square, but I don't know how he got this angle. And it's really trippy. I really want to take this photo and just post it on my community tab. So if you don't mind, Joshua, I definitely would love to use this photo. Definitely credit you for it. But it's a beautiful shot. Definitely makes for a great game cover, if not a variant cover for Spider-Man No Way Home that's coming out on Blu-ray very soon. So a beautiful shot once again. Thank you so much, Joshua, over on Instagram for submitting this photo. I really love it. Definitely a masterpiece. Now, this one was submitted to me by Magdypool. And Magdypool, once again, if you're watching, man, I appreciate your photo editing skills and your photo submissions. This is actually one of my favorites from you. And Magdypool is actually a regular viewer on my channel. So thank you, Magdypool, for being an amazing viewer and being an amazing photo mode user. I really love the shot because it kind of, like, if you squint your eyes a little bit, it kind of looks like a real shot from the set of a Spider-Man movie where they're just posing like that and New York City in the background is just right there. Which also, in this background, New York City does look really real, actually, for a Spider-Man game. So are you sure this wasn't actually taken in New York City? Anyways, I just love the detail. You can see all, like, the roofs, like, are kind of dirty and, you know, not exactly in perfect condition. You can tell like they've been rotting. I mean, these are perhaps probably like apartment buildings and whatnot. And I just love the amount of details that's put into New York City in this game. I mean, I gotta appreciate it. New York City in itself is a character in itself. And with having Spider-Man in front of it and New York City being in the background, it's just the perfect shot. It kind of looks like Spider-Man on the set of Spider-Man, basically taking a shot before he's getting ready to go back to do some more recording and more filming. So beautiful shot once again, Magdypool. I really love it. Thank you so much for submitting your shot. And now the bonus round goes to Lumpy Jellyfish number 2, once again with another amazing shot. I'm pretty sure he was using the electricity suit power in this one, which kind of makes it look like Spider-Man falling with lightning striking in the back. But what I really love about it is how it's, you know, use of the websuit and how it pops at you like if he's actually falling down towards you. It also reminds me of Spider-Man No Way Home, where at the very end, Tom Holland Spider-Man swinging and he's falling down towards the screen at us with there being a close-up of his face. And it's really reminiscent of that, but this is of course of Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, you know, and I really, really love this shot. I love the reflection in his lenses where, like, you know, he's falling down towards, you can see the city right there. And it's a wonderful shot. I mean, everything's obscured. Great use of aperture work. I mean, you can see like the crane right there, you know, right above him. I really love this shot. It definitely makes for a great wallpaper or even a comic book cover, if anything. Beautiful shot. Thank you once again, Lumpy Jellyfish number 2. The bonus round goes to you. And that's pretty much it. Thank you all so much for watching. Those are all the photos, including the bonus one. What did you guys think about the photo submissions that you all submitted? And if your photos didn't make it, don't despair. There's always going to be another photo mode submissions. I know some of you guys have been asking for it for quite a while. Sorry I didn't get to submit one last week. I kind of figured I'd give you one this week, you know, because I'm like, oh, you know what? I haven't really done one of those in a while. But anyways, these are always fun to do, as always. Thank you once again, guys, for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and click on the bell notification so you all don't miss anything. As always, I will see you all in the next comic panel.